Letters from over yonder, letters from over yonder, letters from over yonder, from way over yonder.
This is Will Callery, and this is Letters from Over Yonder. I'd like to introduce to you, for a season such as this, a series of 11 short stories entitled My Kindred Kind, which I will usher in with one whose flyleaf title reads, Beating an Old Dead Horse. Rising this morning from a sound night's sleep, I found myself on a fine steed in the middle of nowhere, miles and miles from my destination, miles and miles from a place of which I had only seen in my dreams. You see, I'd been having this reoccurring dream of a beautiful city of gold not made by the hands of men, where they studied war no more. And like so many others living today, I have had more than my share of wars, conflicts, and altercations, sorrows, setbacks, and loss. Now, what I'd heard about this fine city not made by man fanned the smoking flax deep within my soul into an unflagging yearning for this city where I thought that, just perhaps, I might secure for myself a day of rest. You see, I had heard from a very good source that through the gates of this city, one day was as 1,000 years, and that I could enter into a rest and a peace that surpassed all understanding, that was alive and eternal, when I came upon a guy by the side of the road beating a dead horse. Why, the old horse had been dead for years. It had become nothing more than an old piece of leather draped over a pile of bleached-out bones. Yet the man was still furiously beating the old dead horse. I asked the guy why he was beating such an old bag of bones. He said that he was teaching the old dead horse a lesson he would never forget. While beating the old dead horse, the man ranted, raved, and raged about how unmanageable and worthless the old dead horse had been throughout its entire life. The man said why the old horse wouldn't even heed to the finest of cuss words, was more stubborn than a mule, rougher than a cob to ride, couldn't pull its own weight, wouldn't gee and haw, and finally just laid down by the side of the road. I said, the horse is dead, man. He said, so what? It gives me great pleasure to pay him back for all the misery he caused me. I said, now look here, man. I'm headed for a city not made by the hands of man, where you can find rest for your soul and a peace that surpasses all understanding for all eternity. Would you like a lift? After a long line of expletives, he finally got around to saying, no, it will give me a far greater pleasure to stay out here in the middle of nowhere and beat this old dead horse till the day I die. Now, the moral to this story is, it ain't God that's difficult. It's us. Now, ain't that so?
I have found the road to forgiveness. I have found my way back home. That river of darkness that left my heart broken has all dried up and gone. And the road to forgiveness is a road seldom traveled, where you are the only one. There's no more sorrow, and life's left unraveled, where the river of life freely runs. I have forsaken all those crazy notions. What's right is right and wrong is wrong. We precious moments. Let's not waste a single one. And the road to forgiveness is a road you can travel, where you are the only one. There's no more sorrow, life's left unraveled, where the river of life freely runs. Seven dusty sisters dance before the Lord, and the road to forgiveness shines so bright. When the day spring flows, the rivers rise, filling up our thirsty souls with life. And the road to forgiveness is a road you can travel, though you are the only one. There's no more sorrow and life's left unraveled, where the river of life freely runs. And the road to forgiveness is a road you can travel.
This is Will Callery, inviting you to stay tuned for part 2 of this 11-piece anthology entitled My Kindred Kind. God bless you, one and all.
Where the river of life freely runs.